to the second half of Operation Retribution Orchard. What's happening now is the harasser missile platform that attempted to make an end run into the city is being blocked by Bandito. The remainder of the forces, these pawns all represent clusters of trucks that are delivering men with pistols and hunting rifles. Are all waiting, and there's a lot of shouting over the communications channel, and it sounds like no one's really in charge right now. Everybody's trying to tell this guy what to do.
I'll comms the major.
All right, you comms the major.
Major, we do have a bit of local color happening down here. We've already had one harasser attempt to charge our lines.
You're being harassed? Harass them back.
Major, check your radar, check your screens. We have a commander.
My God, how did you let them get so close to you? Why didn't you inform me as soon as you got sensor contacts? This is a clear breach of military protocol. All right.
On the contrary, sir. Reached out to them to request identification. Noticed they were locals.
Lieutenant, I'll get back to you in a moment. You can hear him just like trying to.
Sir, the situation is already tense.
Take my sandwich. Sergeant, take the sandwich.
Sir.
Get the. Okay, listen. We need to get our things together, everyone. Mobile HQ in command. All right, I'm flipping the switch. You can see him talking to you now, but you can't hear him. He's like.
I was just like.
You need a. Am I doing the?
It's only the death wish. It's a one-on-one.
Okay.
He flips the switch again. There must be some technical issues with the command van.
Of course, sir.
All right. So this is what you're going to do. You are going to stand in the path of those vehicles, and you are not going to do anything to them. You are not authorized to open fire yet, but you should put on a very menacing pose. You know, try to get your Battlemechs to look very menacing.
Sir, I feel like now posturing and being menacing will only escalate the situation.
No,
These
no.
are rabble that are feeding off of their own frenzy at the moment.
These are your direct orders. We cannot allow these Lyrans to think that they are comfortable on this planet, and especially not a Union. You are ordered to use your mechs in a menacing position. You understand me, First Lieutenant?
Of course, sir.
I'll be watching the sensor data occasionally. Keep me updated.
I'll close the comms and open type beam to the rest of the units. Our orders are to stand firm and look menacing.
So keep doing the free roam shuffle, guy. Free roam.
We are not weapons free.
I just start opening and closing my.
Does that include DFAs?
Yes.
Okay.
It's like
no DFAs, no stomping on crowd members. We are just supposed to look imposing. So warm your weapons up, get the fans twirling, make sure they know that
Commander of
threatening is possible.
Commander of the blockading forces. This is Union President Joseph Joestar.
President Joestar, may I call you Joseph or Joe?
You can call me Jojo. That's what my mama calls me.
Jojo, pleasure to make your acquaintance. What brings you out this way, this direction? What brought you to protest?
We are here to prevent the transfer of those Battlemechs around the planet.
For what reason, sir?
Skag labor. As long as the Sluis Merchant Association continues to hire those who are not designated longshoremen in order to perform these tasks, we, the members of the Union, will not allow them to move these freight. It is a clear violation of our colonial charter as members of Sluis.
Sir, as I'm sure you're aware, we are visitors to your world. We are guests here. However, we are hired to run security for this event. If you wish to protest, you may be free to do so. However, I do have to warn you, I cannot allow you to pass.
Understood. We have no intention of passing. We are attempting to blockade the bridge.
Very good. As long as we understand each other, thank you, Jojo. I do appreciate that.
All right, so the harasser tanks They move one of them in front of each of your mechs. These things aren't very big. However, they weigh almost as much as the Panther. And they are bristling with missile ports. The infantry all spread out behind the tanks. And by infantry, I of course mean good old boys in pickup trucks with pistols. The commando moves to stand directly in the tree line. And in the process is just knocking trees over everywhere onto the road. You can see the police have begun arriving and like cordoning the area off. They're calling in the forestry service to remove these trees from this beautiful lawn that leads out of the spaceport. The guy with the megaphone who's talking to you on the radio is still like broadcasting to you the whole time. It's like standing in the commando's hand, just like waving his megaphone at you. People inside the harassers are getting out, like 2 or 3 people, and throwing water balloons filled with paint at your mech's legs. And some of the guys in the trucks are like chanting, "Death the mercenaries! Death the mercenaries!" Others are just like, "Union! Yeah! We won't go!" Getting pretty
I just
bad.
got that repainted.
I'll comms the major again.
Okay. The major's just like, "Yes!" As he uses his asthma inhaler. "What is it, First Lieutenant?"
Major, we do still have the protesters here. It does not look like your intimidation idea is terribly effective.
It'll work. They're lazy and they're stupid. They're lyrants. Just stand there and look menacing as long as possible. It will eventually be effective, First Lieutenant. This is not my first rodeo.
Very good, sir. I'll close comms. I'll type beam to the group. It's like, be ready just in case. If they want to remain peacefully protest, I'd say we let them. Bandito, if they do turn violent, I recommend your first target be to support Gold Stag in removing the harasser in front of him.
What about the harasser in front of me? Okay, I'll just do it.
That should be your first target. He's a much smaller mech. He needs to be able to be freed up to move around to handle the infantry.
Gotcha.
All right. Bandito, you've so far been the reconnaissance officer for your unit. I need you to make a sensor check real quick. This is against difficulty 10.
Okay.
And this takes place at almost 8 hours later at 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Okay. Difficulty 10. Got it.
Yep.
Nope.
It's a 6.
All right, so this is what happens. You guys are tired. It's been hours. You're, instead of like a nice, boring, peaceful patrol,
I do have 6 cents.
constant. What does that let you do?
It lets me know when bad shit's going to happen.
All right, I'll tell you, bad shit is about to happen. You get a bad feeling all of a sudden. You've all had to endure having lunch, all your bathroom breaks, just complete monotonous screaming, paint being thrown, listening to Death to Mercenaries over and over. All of a sudden, Bandito, you get a bad feeling.
I just jammed the cops. Guys, wake up, wake up, wake up. My hat's tingling.
All right, then. What do we have?
I don't know yet, but it's not good.
Between the Blackjack, the Wolverine, and the Commando, at this exact point, there is an explosion in the air. The man who is talking to you, President Jojo, is blown back and slams. So the hand is in front of the Commando's chest, and he is blown back onto the chest and then slides forward and drops 30 feet to the ground. Immediately, all the people who are outside of the tanks begin scrambling back inside them. The guys that are in the pickup trucks are all closing doors and like rolling down windows. They're like fidgeting with guns and arming them, but it's clear that they're just as surprised as you are. The major immediately opens you. He's just like, "Oh, fire! Fire now! Kill them all! Kill them all! Kill the Lyrans!"
I'm like on the comms, like unknown explosion from unknown location.
Fire everything now! Defend the spaceport!
I do what he says. I fire everything.
Okay. Is anybody else firing?
Yeah, I'll fire.
I'm just doing what I'm told.
I'm going to recall
I'll fire.
I'll just very sourly say, by your orders, Major.
Yeah, I recovered the comms just in case. Yeah, I'm
Alright.
gonna.
You guys get a whole turn unopposed to fire while they are surprised. What do you want to do? You can move and attack in any order. Complete surprise.
Can I? You can shoot 2 different targets with 2 different weapons, can't you?
Yes,
I would
it's
concentrate on the
+1 for each
harasser first.
extra target you fire on.
All right.
We could kill the infantry with like one shot, right?
I would concentrate on the harasser first.
So who wants to go first with the walking and the shooting and all that stuff?
The tanks, they have they're turreted. I imagine they can shoot in any direction.
Yes.
Okay.
I'll just.
Can I fire my weapons and ram the harasser?
Yes.
Yeah, we did find that out. I was going to kick and.
Yeah.
Kick, shoot, kick. Or well, shoot, kick, because melee's last.
Melee's last.
I'll
Yeah,
go
I'm-
first.
So
Same.
let's talk movement first. Let's do this in regular order, even if the enemy is not opposing this. Who's moving first and doing what?
I-
If you are declaring a physical attack, you have to do it during the movement phase.
Can they
During the physical attack.
Declaring physical.
Playing physical, staying still.
if I move Arthur, can they do like go this number like?
If you get out of there, then
Yeah.
no, because the edge of the bridge is on this.
So they have to enter
They have to, yes.
Sid Square.
And these aren't
here.
hover tanks; they're ground effect vehicles. They're
Turret tank. Yeah.
Okay.
turret tanks.
Then what
Correct.
I want to do is I want to radio to Bandito.
I'm sorry, actually, they are hover tanks. They'll be able to cross the water.
Oh
Oh,
crap!
so what are we
Okay.
even blocking then?
I mean, they have trucks and a commando.
Yeah. So I'll radio to Bandito to I'm gonna take up his position when he moves. So we'll have the 2 medium mechs. Oh, he's already a medium mech. Never mind, I forget.
Yeah.
I am a medium mech. My
Um,
my thing doesn't look like a medium mech, but it's a medium mech.
And
I'm
he's got-
actually the heaviest, I think, of us 3.
Do you have you got all your armor back too, right? Like you're the most armor.
Most of it, I'm still missing my left torso and left
Oh,
arm.
Arthur, did I get my
probably
discrete
fine then.
things replaced?
You got the armor replaced, but not the arm.
What about the heat sinks?
Everything that's been replaced should be on your sheet. It looks like the heat sinks are all back.
Okay, cool. I don't think it matters because even with the no, it wouldn't even matter because even with
Yeah, you don't have a right torso, so
because with my left arm with my half weapons, I don't generate enough heat to
you don't have the 5 right torso heat sinks because you don't have a right torso.
right.
The Wolverine right torso should have theirs though.
Whoa,
about
where's
that?
Yeah,
where's the crab going?
I moved 5. I just feel like it's good to spread out so we can set up a potential flank here in the future. Since it doesn't matter for me to block that space, and they
I
can
think
just go
Sid's
wherever they
actually a
want.
light mech.
So who's doing?
No, I'm a medium.
Who's
So we have-
doing
Okay.
dice this time around? Who's keeping track of combat dice?
I got
Um,
music.
I roll again. So you walked for
3. I moved 3 hexes.
3.
But
I
how
walked
many
for
movement points did it take you?
I walked
the
for 5.
walker
I
run.
walked.
Right. All right. So you walk. So it's 3
Yeah.
for. All right. It sounds like the rest of you are all declaring physical attack kicks on the tanks right in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Right.
I guess I should have stayed and kicked. Oh well.
Shooting phase. What do you want?
Should have.
Who's
I'll go
shooting
first.
Okay.
I'll go second.
So that's like short range for everything. All I think 2 of my weapons. Let's see.
Sounds so sad right now. It's like all 2 of my weapons.
All 2 of my weapons.
I'm in the same boat, man. I only had 3 to begin with, but
Yeah, a large and a medium laser, and then a kick.
All right. Let me see here. Kicks. All right. When you physically attack with a kick, it's -2 to your roll, so that's good. Modified 2 hit number as a base 2 hit number with the. All right, so kicks are actually super easy to land apparently.
it's all about
And
kicking the shins.
Let's see here, physical weapon attack, push, kick, mech only. All right, kicks has a damage value of 1 point for every 5 tons of the attacker's weight.
Oh god.
And you roll kick location. Vehicle.
I'ma hurt a
mech
lot.
Can kick or stomp a vehicle in the hex it occupies. Okay.
So that's 1 point of damage for every 5 tons.
Yes.
So
Right.
that's I'll do 8 points for it then.
I mean, you have to roll to hit first.
Okay. So
Well, that's at the end because melee is all at the
Yeah,
end.
we gotta start with weapon attacks first.
all right. So medium lasers, it's all short range. So
You have one medium
One
and one
movement.
large.
yeah,
And which one are you shooting at?
the one right in front of me.
Okay. All right. Let's figure out numbers here. They are stationary. Immobile. So you have a -4 to hit. Actually can't miss the shot. I just need you to
Could
roll.
we
and make
take
sure you
aim
get double
shots?
ones.
Since
No.
they're no.
No,
Okay.
we're not doing aim shots because then you can do some
Okay.
ridiculous shit.
Not a double one.
Not a double one. Okay. Yeah, you'll hit. Roll double ones for the other one.
No.
All right,
Not
they're both gonna
double
hit.
one.
Oh, I'm
We've been
sorry.
rolling
You know
a lot
what?
of ones
I forgot
today.
how we do this. I forgot we gotta go check for location. right.
Location of the first one was 11,
All right, location 11 on a vehicle, ground combat.
and that was my medium laser.
Shit, are you kidding me? You hit it in its turret on the first shot. You blow the turret armor off, but don't penetrate. Your large laser hits in an 8, which is the left side. And I think you're gonna blow the track off.
Okay, and
Roll a
the large
2d6
laser does crit.
I'll use that crit for the motive damage. Okay, you hit the track, which is the hover part, and you moderately damage it. It takes a -1 to cruise and a +2 to driving skill checks. Super bad. Not going anywhere very fast. Oh, shit. Wow, it actually gets way worse than that. The hover tank. Major damage, no movement for the rest of the game. So you
grounded
shoot it with the large laser and immediately just
So you roadblock them on that side, pretty much.
and you completely blow the left side of the tank off. Because there is no internal on a tank.
Does this harasser surrender?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, they just fucking get out of the tank. Like the guys inside are all getting out. One of them's hair's on fire. It's just like
Can I use my kick on the commando?
No, because you would have had to declare the kick ahead of time.
Oh.
So you're like getting ready to step on the tank. And-
No, yeah,
Well, if they abandon the tank, then I guess there's no need
yeah,
to
you
kick it.
stop as the guys are all rolling out of it and rolling on the ground on fire. All
I'll
right,
be like, stand down, stand
Yeah.
down. You will not be harmed.
who's
I'm
next?
going to go next.
All right.
So I'm going to well, I'm doing a kick, so and
No,
I'm
that's
shoot-
after you have to shoot first.
Yeah, I'm
Kicks
shooting
at like
my,
all the way at the end of the round.
SRMs
All right. Let's roll
At
for SRM
the-
hit.
tank in front of me.
Basically, you just need to not roll double one. Yeah, you slam into it. Your cluster roll is a 12. All of your SRMs will hit.
Nice.
That's a lot of damage.
Let's see here. You got a 4-pack, which means it's 8 damage. So anything you hit is going to get wrecked. You have an 8 for location, which means you hit it in the left side, and the exact same thing happens.
He gets
With
a crit on that one
critical
too.
Of 8, you get a +3 on that roll, and you heavy damage, only half movement speed, +3 modifier to driving skill roll. All right, so this one starts listing on its left side, but still manages to stay in position. But you can tell it's like fishtailing and having a lot of trouble moving around. You blow through the left side and blow through all of the critical armor there. And so the interior of the tank, you can see into it. You can literally see like the guys like loading the SRM ammo in, and they're just like, oh shit, like half the tank's missing, guys.
Do they abandon the harasser?
can-
No, not quite yet. They're
You
not,
can still
finish
shoot with the
him off.
PPC.
I'm going to be
yes.
shooting the PPC at the one in front of the Wolverine, then kick the one in front of me.
All right. That's going to be
Wait, did you
much
get a medium
harder.
mech
You're
or a
actually going to
light
have to roll for that. Because the PPC has a minimum range.
It's free, and that's
Oh,
in my
okay. All right.
minimum
Oh,
range.
nice.
No
I'm
problem.
for
Then you
that.
still hit as long as you don't roll double ones.
For the infantry?
Come on, big money. Big
Wow,
money.
double
Yeah.
twos. Okay, yeah, your PPC slams into
Oh,
this
crit of 10.
Which one? Shoot the one in front of me? Or?
location 7.
Um,
Yeah,
One front of
you
Rad.
hit the front end of the tank for 10 points of damage. Front armor's 5, critical plating of 3. You slam into the turret for 2 more. With a 10 crit, you break the front stabilizer and probably some bad shit too. I actually don't know how internal critical hits on these tanks work, but I'm just assuming these guys are gonna fucking jump out. You fire off a PPC blast. You just turn the muzzle on the end of your Panther's arm, just boo, shoots out this giant blue streak of lightning that hits the front end of the tank, just melts the entire front end of the tank off. It falls off. You could see guys inside on fire as well, and they just like get out of the side of the tank and abandon it. They're gone. All right, you're gonna try a kick attack on the guys in front of you.
Wait,
Yep.
I flipped it over to represent.
He's just
them.
eliminated the harasser in front of you.
Yeah.
it was. I thought he was going after one of the rad. That was
No,
previous.
No, he said the Wolverine, right?
Wolverine, yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right, you're making a kick
You
attack.
might be free to go after the commando.
Yeah. Kick attack on the one in front of me. If I hit, I do 7 damage.
Yep.
So what do I have to
You
roll?
are gonna have to roll.
Mhm.
Let's see here. In order to do this, what is your piloting skill?
I think it's 4.
I think it's 4.
He has a 5.
Oh, 5?
So
Net piloting, I have a 4.
equal
4.
to the attacking unit's piloting skill rating.
I
You're
think
the attacking unit.
I think you're reading the sheet of the thing.
Yep. The modified 2-hit number is modified by the difference in piloting skill roll. Oh no, that's only for DFA.
Mm.
All right. So you need to hit a 2. You also can't miss this.
Okay.
Yeah. You hit. All
We
right.
keep hitting that one.
I know.
When it doesn't matter where you hit them, they also just immediately fuck out.
Holy shit, a crit of 12.
Yep. I mean, that tank, you could see missiles spilling out the side of it. as
Head
the
limb
ammunition
blown off.
is just going down.
Yeah.
All right, I'll go. I'll go next, and I'll do everything at the commando.
That's 3 harassers down in 1 round.
Bang,
That's not bad so
bang,
far.
kick. There we go. First roll with the, I think, medium laser.
Okay.
So it's medium, then autocannon, then kick.
Yep. As long as you don't roll double ones, you're good.
Double
Wow.
sixes.
Double sixes.
Holy moly.
Station
That'll
area
play.
9.
Attack
Left
is
leg.
12.
Doesn't crit.
No crit.
All right, so you're hitting the left leg. Did you say that as a
5
medium
damage.
laser? 5 points of damage. Okay. You almost burn through the entire left leg.
Yeah, it's a commando. There's not much there.
Color 2.
We haven't killed any people, we've just disabled vehicles.
You haven't killed.
Yeah,
anybody.
so far we're doing pretty well.
I mean,
I'm
you
just
have-
going to.
You have destroyed several 100,000 C-bills of military equipment, but it's fine.
Well, look, there's still 7.
Yeah, but it
somewhat
sounds
7.
We
like
didn't
we can
blow
get some
them
salvage,
up.
Yeah,
there
none
might
of them
be-
have been blown up yet.
If we can get some
Yeah.
salvage, there might be some SRMs in there.
I'm just gonna
there's definitely gonna be a lot
broadcast.
of SRM.
Exit your vehicles and drop down your
Mm-hmm.
guns to all the infantry in the trucks.
What's next? Bandito?
Autocannon.
Right.
It's, I don't know. Is there a medium range for the auto? No, it's all range, I think.
It's all short range. Yeah, you shouldn't have any.
No, wait. There is a minimum range of 3.
Right.
So you're going to take a -2 penalty.
It's still not going to overcome the fact that they're immobile.
Okay. Just don't double one.
Just don't snake eyes it. You're fine.
No.
Fine. Now I'm rolling well.
5
Ooh.
damage to location
We all are.
6.
Crit of 11.
Right torso.
Don't think that would crit. That won't punch through the armor.
It will punch through the armor, but it won't go in turn.
Oh,
So,
okay.
what happens so far is you fire off your laser and you cut deep furrows of laser into the left leg. Then you hit the thing in the right torso. The mech rolls back, still trying to grab the guy who's falling. It stumbles back, as you can see through the holes, the exposed internals of the commando.
And now I got a kick and it'll do 11 damage.
All right. Roll for it. You need a 1.
I think somebody should grab that guy that's falling.
I mean, that guy's dead. There's no catching him. He's
Yeah, fair enough then.
okay. You hit, and your mech kick location. Roll
crit.
d6.
Where's the spare dice? Here we go. Oh no, don't go far away. 2.
You hit the right leg. What was the weight of your mech?
55, so it's 11 damage.
All right.
This kick is a game changer.
Yeah.
You almost blow the right leg off, and your critical rating was 7.
7,
which is
no
not
crit.
enough to cause a crit.
That'd been amazing.
All right, so you kick the commando leg, and you almost drop the commando in one hit with that. Like, the armor's all sheared off as your Wolverine stomps on him, like some professional wrestling shit. Just wires are coming out. You can see fuel dropping.
Just a scissor kick.
See now,
Myomer is
Rad,
broken. This leg is just like twisted sideways in the process. Commando pilot has no idea what the shit's going on.
Rad, if you could cripple that harasser and finish crippling that commando, we might be able to get through this with 0 kills.
We still have the
So long as you
infantry
don't hit anything major internal in the command.
I wanna-
So I'm gonna torso twist so I can shoot everybody, and I'm gonna shoot. I'm gonna split my fire and shoot the tank with just my medium lasers, and then I'm gonna shoot both large lasers at the commando.
Okay.
We want to murder that large commando.
All right. Just make your rolls. It's still at 0 for everything. Piloting check on the commando. The leg didn't go out, guys. They also didn't take 20 points of damage.
There's some dice.
He's taking
Hey.
No, he's taking 20.
Yeah.
Oh,
the
you're right.
commando
You
did.
should take. Like,
He's taking
20,
21.
You're correct. Commando's still up.
Okay.
Okay, so I do 5 damage to that Tankerson, Tanky
Alright.
McTankerson.
Location 7.
Location 7 on a ground combat vehicle is the front. You blow the front armor off, but you don't penetrate.
So do they jump out? I guess it
No,
doesn't
they
matter.
don't jump out.
I've already declared my shots.
Yep.
Oh,
fine.
one of them are still up. Damn it.
Yep.
Yeah, if he was still there, he could have
I
killed
still
it.
have a second
And
shot.
I thought
don't you?
about that. I thought that maybe like a smaller amount of damage
Well-
after having watched all of their friends like
If
just
the harasser
blow
and
'em
the
the fuck
infantry
up.
is all that's left, I don't think there will be very much fight in them.
Okay, so this will be for my first large laser.
All right. Yes. Location area 7. Center torso. Gonna hit for 8 points of damage.
What do you got to roll to
7
crit?
critical.
7 crit?
Did
No
you get
crit.
a crit?
No
Yeah.
crit.
No, it's just
No. What do you got to roll to crit? 8?
8.
9?
Yeah.
8 and up.
All right. You, again, furrows right through this thing. They almost go in the holes that have already been drilled by the autocannon, but instead swerve and cuts like an S in the middle of the commando.
S for Sarge.
You can see the
Sarge for
fusion
life.
engine and the gyro in there, overworked, trying to keep this mech standing up while this guy's losing armor, trying to grab somebody going down while also preparing for combat. This thing is a stressed out mech. You're firing your second weapon.
Last large laser.
Location area 8.
I think it's one of the legs, isn't it?
Left torso.
Oh,
So
no.
the whole front chest of this mech is just pouring out fire. You failed to crit it at all, but there's nothing left inside here.
I also want to radio to Bandito and yell at him to try and figure out where that initial pop came from.
Yeah.
Run those sensors.
I was planning on doing that. Can I
Alright.
try again?
Yeah, let's do that now before we roll initiative.
And I'll be calling for surrender.
That's
4, 8, 3, 11.
All right. What your sensors pick up beyond, like, the battlefield is a mess.
Yep.
There's people screaming at you over the comms. There's people firing off pistol rounds. There's SRM ammo spilling from out of the mechs. But what you do catch is in the river behind you. There's something moving underwater westernly at high speed.
Guys, we got something underwater west.
So it's moving like this.
So it's heading. Okay, it's heading to the west, directly behind us in the water.
Command, contact. Source of the explosion in the water, moving west.
All right. Let's roll for initiative. Where'd my white dice go?
I did.
Oh, what'd you get?
You got a double 6.
Oh.
It'd be fantastic if I could just DFA whatever's in the water.
Yeah, you can't.
It is
DFA
one
things in
deep,
the
so we
water, man.
could.
Huh?
You can't
It
DFA
is one
things in the
deep.
water. Oh, fuck.
Oh
Well,
shit, snake eyes.
you guys get double 6s. I get double 1s. Wonderful.
Yeah.
All right.
That just
so,
means you move first.
You say
Uh,
high speed. There's no way we could catch this thing, I'm assuming.
I mean, you're with a 11. You're not good enough to learn too
Nope.
much
Oh,
about it.
we moved one of the
I moved
tents.
the one that was still alive.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. The infantry are all one platoon, so I only have 3. And I have to move first. I'm gonna move the infantry. They're all gonna move one towards each other in order to reform into a. You guys are up. All the trucks begin like backing away.
Can we get some like? Do we know where in the water it is precisely?
You just
Just
know that such
somewhere
an
in the
object
water.
exists. Yep, and that it's moving pretty quickly.
I feel like calling it up is about the best we could do with that particular.
Yeah, you're getting a continual chain of orders that's telling you guys to, like fire this weapon at this particular mech at this angle. I mean, he's calling out like extremely precise orders.
Major.
So
Yes.
Major. Stop telling us where to shoot for just one moment, if you please. We have a contact in the water. Do we have any other assets to deploy?
I will send one of our surveillance satellites to keep an eye on that.
That'll accomplish nothing.
What was that, Lieutenant?
It's a very good idea, sir.
Now, I want you to do the following, boys. And he begins listing off what he wants. The Panther will turn at a 90-degree right turn and fire at the commando. The Wolverine will fire at the commando. The Blackjack will fire at the commando. And the Crab will turn 90 degrees to the left and fire at the harasser. Then you will take all of your mechs and stomp on those vehicles. Make sure all the Lyran sympathizers are dead. Understood?
I'll just act like... And then I'll close the comms.
Okay. You could see him as you're close to the cops. He's like, "We've got more problems here. Quickly, bring me the..." And then the... All right. You guys are up.
Yeah, I don't
And you
think...
guys have to act twice because you have twice as many units as they do. 4 versus...
I don't think we're gonna stomp on those tanks.
Are they they're not going to surrender, are
The
they?
commando has not surrendered, but it started moving. It's not really clear what's going on there. The harasser has not surrendered. And on its turn, I'll tell you what it's doing.
I'm gonna... Yeah.
All right.
May as well pick off the commando.
Yeah.
Who's
All right.
next?
I'll turn too.
All right.
But I won't turn 90 degrees. I only turn
60
87
degrees.
degrees.
All right. The harasser goes next. It's going to go 1,
Oh, I can move all crazy around and stuff. So
3,
get behind me.
4,
Oh, he's going to run
5.
behind it.
Is he moving or running?
7, 8. Moving. And
1, 2, 3,
6
4,
hexes.
6.
So what happens is this harasser, we get a view of the pilot. He's wearing gigantic fucking goggles. And
He's like, "Witness me!"
He immediately, because it's an internal so it's an ICM engine, or ICE engine, it's internal combustion. Fucking kicks this thing into first gear and then thing lifts off the ground and starts zooming. He goes out over the water and fishtails the tank, just keeps the front end pointed towards the crab, slaps the turret gunner behind him in the leg. He's like, "Hit that son of a bitch in the back for JoJo!" The two massive SRM-6 turrets begin turning as you get target locks from behind you from two SRM-6 packs.
Hey
Sounds
guys, is it all right if I go shooting first? When we get to
I
that?
mean, we still have to move.
That's more
Yep.
moving.
Yeah, that's fine.
Who's next on your
Uh,
guys' turn?
I want to send a comm to Lieutenant. Lieutenant, I'm going to jump in the water, see if I can catch whatever might be in there.
You read my mind, Sergeant.
All right, I immediately jump jet.
Okay.
Let's see here. One,
I'm going to need you to make a piloting skill check when you
5.
land.
Yeah, because it's rough terrain, isn't it?
Okay.
You crush a
Entering-
nuclear submarine and blow up.
You lose both your legs.
That's a
fine.
10.
You're good.
Is it possible that I could do a sensor check again, see if I can catch it since I'm in the water?
Well, what happens is you enter and you displace almost half of your weight in water, and the banks go swooshing everywhere. In the process, you do catch what looks to be like, you ever play Metal Gear Solid?
Yes.
At the very beginning, he's got like a underwater pod thing, like an underwater jet ski he's holding onto.
Yeah.
As your mech displaces that, you see like this thing rise to the surface with a guy hanging off the back, and then it dips back down again.
Is it possible I could catch any sort of
They are located
symbol?
in this hex right now. All right, make a perception check.
Shoot
You're going to
them.
try to check for like-
symbol or something?
yeah. Go ahead. Make a perception.
I mean, if you blast him out of existence, we're not going to learn
right here,
anything.
here's some dice for you.
It's 3. I mean, so 3. Where's
All
the
right.
dice that you gave
You
me?
get a plus
Yep.
3?
Yeah. I made my guy for this.
You're going to need a 9.
Okay.
So all you need is a 6 or higher.
Okay, he's our scout. He's our trained perceiver.
Oh yeah, got
You
it.
get it. Yep.
That
Yep.
is a
12.
12.
Dude, I jump out of my crab and start swimming after
That's
him. with
yeah.
my
I
six swim
made
skills.
myself to be a scout. This is what I do.
I swim so good. I use my sea navigation, ocean tactics.
Do you do the whole knife and teeth
Yeah.
bullshit that no one ever really does?
So
He has a cap, a swimming cap.
it's not specifically that there's any symbol on this person.
1950
Like
style
you
swimming
zoom
trunks.
in your visual suite of your battle mech. There's no like, I belong to the X armed forces, but you notice the way that they're positioned, the equipment that they have on them, the way that they have their knife, their sidearm, and the way that this underwater vehicle is like matte black. You've heard of this before. This guy is almost certainly an active member of the Lyran Intelligence Corporation. Or I'm sorry, Lyran Intelligence Corps. That's called Loki. So this guy's like the German version of MI6.
He's Lyran MI6, yeah.
Yeah,
like the
he's like James
Spetsnaz.
Bond.
Mm.
Can you do you have like is there technology built into mechs to like take picture? Like can you screenshot this? Like kinda
So
do-
all of your mechs have gun cam footage that can be
Okay.
played back.
so it's all getting recorded. Everything we see gets recorded. Okay, perfect.
So here's what you know about Loki. Loki is a state-sponsored terrorist unit. Their task
The
is
god
not
of
only to
mischief.
assassinate, but to sabotage enemies of the state and to strike fear into the hearts of foreign enemies of the Lyran Commonwealth. The excessive brutality of Loki agents is infamous throughout the entire Inner Sphere.
Well, I wanted to wait to relay that since that thing is pretty much my
Sergeant, you have
turn.
my permission to kill that man.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm just gonna mark them with one of the harassers.
I'm guessing. Is he technically running? Like, how many spaces did he move?
He ran hella far. Moved 15 hex.
Holy shit.
Yeah, sir. That's going to be a little hard for me to get.
May as well give it a try. You might be able to concuss him. He's not in any kind of vehicle.
I would have to hit. You know, I'll.
All you gotta do is shoot his hex, right? Like he's dead.
I mean,
Or is
he's
he-
in a
is he a
he's in
vehicle?
Yeah,
Oh, is in
in
a
an
vehicle.
undersea vehicle.
That's what I was thinking. Is like it's a
Might
vehicle.
as well
not
give
a,
it a try at least, you know?
Okay.
they came from
What
there.
are you gonna shoot? Well, we'll work on what
Yeah,
you're gonna
it's
shoot with later.
now it's someone else's move.
Now
Fire
it's the
everything.
commando's turn. The commando is gonna kneel down and put its hands over President Jojo
Could do a Tim
to
Tebow.
protect his body. So they're
Is the
not
commando
making,
not making any offensive
the
action?
commando is not making any offensive action. They are defensively
them alone.
protecting the crushed body of their president.
Can I comms them?
Yep.
Attention, commando pilot. If you take no aggressive actions, you will not be fired upon again. Do you understand?
It's just like, you fired on us, you son of a bitch.
That was not the question.
I'll say again. If you take no aggressive actions, you will not be fired again. Do you
I'm
understand?
shutting the mech down.
Very good. I'll comms everyone else. Consider the commando a non-combatant.
Roger that, Commander.
All right, so he begins shutting the mech down. In the process, it basically freezes in place, like protecting this guy in between its hands. Blackjack, it's your turn, I think.
I'll torso twist to aim at the harasser.
You don't need a torso twist, but I guess you could.
Oh.
I mean, you can just physically turn your mech at this point.
Well, I think my right arm is... Oh, no, my left arm is gone. So, yeah, I don't even need to do anything.
Yep. Good.
I'll still just for dramatic effect.
All right. On their turn, the infantry do nothing. Have enough range to hit anybody. How about you guys? What do you want to do?
I'm going to fire. Do I fire first or?
Don't fire on the commando.
No, I'm not going to.
I think I think I'm the only one that really needs to shoot anything because I think they
I
all
was
gave
going
up,
to-
right?
No,
No,
the
the
harasser's
yeah,
fine.
Oh,
the
you do need to shoot the harasser.
Can I twist to
fine.
hit the harasser with like just my right
Yeah,
side or
it's
no? Are they...
behind you.
Let's
Well,
find
it's
a
in your
torso
right
twist
arc.
thing. If you turn this
No, it's in
way,
his rear.
you can hit the X's. You'd be able to hit it with your right arm and right torso equipment.
Okay, I'll do that then.
Have such equipment.
I have a large laser in my
Large
right
laser.
arm.
Okay, if you want a torso twist and blast with your right arm.
I will do
Yep.
so.
Okay, they
That
move
harasser's so
6 X's
He's got a PPC, 2 large lasers, and a medium coming at him.
plus 2. All right. And this is short range for you.
Yes.
You move.
No.
All right. You move at all?
No, he
You
didn't
walk.
move at all.
You turned, right?
That was last round.
All right. Your 2
Yep.
hit is 5.
Whoop.
Yep. Do it.
Ooh,
Location area
crit.
4
Suck it.
is the front of the mech, which has already been penetrated, and this is a large laser.
Yep.
You blow through the internal front armor and then right into the internal area.
So it's also a
You
crit.
kill everybody inside.
Oh no!
You blow right through it, and just a massive ammo explosion.
But how are the
as-
weapons?
I mean,
It's
this thing is
below.
loaded down with SRM ammo and just.
Oh, it
fucking
cooked off the
explodes.
ammo?
Damn
it. Damn it.
Suck it.
So what happens
we
is you
got-
hit it with the large laser, it's hovering, and then suddenly the tank is like 10 meters in the air. It's practically eye-to-eye level with your cockpit as it begins flipping. It's throwing out exploding ammo in every direction. It's real bad.
I don't suppose I could torso twist the other direction then.
It's too late. Oh no, wait, you don't have to torso twist until your turn. So yeah, you
Oh.
can.
Cool.
But it's their turn now, and they have no one left to. Oh no!
No,
the
they
harasser isn't
he can
dead
still
yet.
shoot.
Yep, harasser isn't dead yet. It's gonna fire everything. So they have a 5 to hit. They walked.
Oh, they walked.
They walked.
Okay. Get rid of that and replace it.
So they need a 6 to hit. You didn't move, so
I did not.
that's gonna be a solid ass hit.
I did the math. I can only hit
Location
this
area
guy.
12. That's a headshot. Cluster
What?
of 5
Again?
is so I'm 6 back. Cluster of 5. 3. Your head takes 6 points of damage.
Oh shit.
That's not good.
That's really
He can
bad
take
for
he
you.
can tank that.
I think that's not a problem.
No, yeah, he still has armor left.
You now need to roll to keep conscious.
He has 9 points of armor on
You
his
need
head.
a 3 or higher.
So he still has armor. Oh, thank God.
We're getting unlucky with these cockpit shots.
Wow, you are
Oh,
so
lucky.
close.
got it.
You turn the mech, and the mech just like boom, 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 just gets slammed from behind. And your cockpit is ringing with terrifying pain.
Interesting.
What's your bod rating?
4.
All right. You take 2 points of damage out of your 8 hit points. So for each level of bod, you get 2 hit points, and every time you get hit with the equipment you guys have on, you take 2 points. So you're like 3/4 alive.
So you're telling me that if I had been the lieutenant, I would have died?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I'm saying. And then the second hit goes down. Attack roll of 10, which is going to be successful to location area 7 rear. Your rear center torso gets hit. The cluster shot of 5 is 6 points
fine.
of damage to your center torso rear.
He can still tank that too.
It almost blows through as well. Like your mech's internal alarms are like, warning, center rear armor almost penetrated. Warning, warning.
That's when I turn around and shoot the shit out of it with a single large laser.
String on fuzzy dice have snapped.
Is anybody else firing?
I want to try and shoot at the water dude too.
Okay.
If I can.
All right. It's a +4 to hit. Just from the
Yeah,
number
I'm at long
sorry,
range
it's a
with
+2
my
to hit
large
from the
laser.
number of hexes it's moved.
So
Nope, it's +4.
It's +4, yeah.
Because
I
you're at long range, so it's a +8.
See those boxcars?
So I have to get boxcars to do it.
Good luck.
So don't worry, buddy. So do I.
Oh,
Nope.
it almost got it. Oh, it was so close.
Yeah, you fire off
well,
a beam, and it hits the water and just attenuates. Giant gouts of steam go up, and you see this like vehicle briefly bob up, but it's nowhere near where you're shooting.
I can take a shot, but it's also a 12 I need
Good luck.
because
Fire
+3 from
everything.
jumping, so it's 6. +4 because you went however many spaces,
Yep.
so it's 10, and then it's medium range with the autocannon, so
It's
it's
12.
12. So
Fire everything.
I can't fire everything. Yeah, it'd be impossible for me to
Just
hit it with
remember to
Fire
keep
whatever
track.
you can get with.
So, Pano, remember to keep track of your ammo, because you have an ammo-dependent mech.
Yes.
And there's not a lot of reloads available for you.
Yes.
All right? As long as you're keeping
So
track
torso twist. I'll take a shot with the autocannon.
All right.
I've used 2 shots this round. Boxcars.
Ah, shit. Double fours. It's almost.
All right. Yeah. On the next round,
So-
that vehicle's
just
out
leave.
of there.
Damn it.
The platoon of infantry continues gathering together. They don't appear to be doing anything more than firing pistol ammo and hunting around like 5.56 at you guys.
Attention, infantry. Stand down. You are not harming our mechs. Your leader needs medical attention. I suggest you cease firing.
Make a negotiation check. A -1,
Oh,
right?
God. Let me double check here. And
A6.
yeah, I have a -1 on negotiate.
So you got it. You got a 6.
He hasn't rolled yet.
He did. Oh.
That was me.
Oh.
I
Nope.
failed.
They refuse to surrender and continue like spreading their vehicles out to form a circle and laying rifles on the back of truck beds and firing over them at your mech cockpits.
Are we in any danger whatsoever from this caliber? Okay.
So the reason the Battletech universe exists is that Battletech armor is so ultra thick that it's like diamond density triple double. Like when a missile hits, like one of those missiles should be able to like destroy half the planet or something. They're very powerful.
Okay. So this is spitballs. Like,
yeah,
no
like
joke.
this isn't even
Yeah.
machine gun level of damage, which
Okay.
also probably would.
All right, I'm just going to jump jet my way back over to the guys.
All right. Let's see here. I think you guys
All
are going to
comms
be
the
able
major.
to. So you guys get a 30% salvage rating on anything you collect off the battlefield. You guys are going to get a free harasser missile platform with only minor
Nice.
damage to it.
Nice.
Other than that, you don't take anything else home.
Not the commando.
police come and arrest the commando pilot, and the major claims the commando as part of the salvage bounty for the militia. And now that commando gets added to the 3 mechs that are already being delivered, and he personally pilots the commando back to his base. He's being recalled as your commanding officer after the exemplary job he has done here in putting down Illyrian suppression.
Either way, good riddance. It's fine.
However, things are bad. We cut back to the base where you guys are getting destroyed in the media. You cut into a local broadcast with a Rush Limbaugh type character on a radio who's like, and who are these mercenaries here who are just coming out of the woodwork opening fire on good citizens of Sluis? Who are these mysterious armed intruders who don't obey orders, who are going off on the battlefield and just killing children? Now they're opening fire. Apparently they opened fire and killed the president of the local unions. They opened fire and destroyed a tank. They attempted to kill several crews. They were seen posturing and intimidating civilians. We need to get these mercenary scum off of our planet. And that's why you need to call 761-5521 and let the president of Sluis know that this is unacceptable. We need to remove these mercenaries and increase funding to the militia. Just say no to mercenaries. And then we zoom out. You're all in the barracks, in your like private Mechwarrior room in the debriefing. The intelligence officer, Sergeant Crimson, there, just like shaking her head as she looks over the damage reports, and just gestures to the ammo replacement reports. Sir, I don't know what happened out there. It looks like what you said was true. There is, in fact, a Loki agent running around the planet causing problems. I think that there's more to this job than we initially realized.
That much is fairly obvious by this point, I think.
Has our client contacted us at all?
Not yet. You want to call your client first? I mean, you guys all have his cell phone number in your pre-programmed.
I'm going to call the client.
Well, we're debriefing right now.
Yeah, let's do the debrief first.
Yeah, I don't think
Military
Craig should
protocol,
call
please,
the
Sergeant.
I'm just saying, this is stupid. All right.
Whatever, I'm fine with everything that happened. They told us to do stuff. We did it. People got killed. Whatever.
All in all, I think everyone worked together rather effectively. We took minimal damage. Actually, no armor was even penetrated, to my knowledge.
I could care less what the media is saying about us. This is obviously like a crooked situation anyway. Because we have all the footage and recorded information of how it went. So, I mean, it's not like we can't go look. This is, if you want to blame somebody, blame this guy right here. We can play the video of our inept major saying, kill them all, kill everybody. So
that is true. We did make
And
sure
he's
to
processed
record
it
all
really.
communications.
all that stuff is going up on Space YouTube.
I don't think that's a thing.
Space E.
Space Reddit.
Space
That's
Team
not a
Z.
thing.
But
It'd be the Comstar message boards.
again, Sarge doesn't even care enough to do that. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter what, like, having their names cleared or anything like that. Like, he leaves that up to the mercenary company.
I'll
I
file,
don't go out there.
all the gun cam footage and the communications and everything.
Yeah, no, I just, yeah.
Anonymously.
That's, as far as he's concerned, mission accomplished, job well done. Major's out of your hair is it was a win-win all
Right.
around.
As you guys are preparing to do
Leave
this,
that
the
pompous
intelligence
oath
officer,
to-
Sergeant Crimson, is just like, sirs, I know it's not my place to do this, but I think before you put that stuff up on the local net, you might want to talk to the captain. I wouldn't say anything, sirs, but just in case
Of
anything
course.
happens.
No, it's more just blowing off steam, talking out loud.
I mean,
out
he's
of turn.
definitely going to know it came from you since it's your gum cam footage and clearly indicates which mech you are and which weapons you fired.
Just want to call the client.
I think it's about time we contact our client over this deplorable situation.
Indeed.
So at that point, the sergeant disinvites herself from the room and is just like, all right, I got what you need. I'll pass this along to the captain, and you should probably talk to him at some point. The video
Yes, of
phone's
course.
over there. Use the holotable.
Thank you, sir.
On my little data pad, I email her the link to all of those books.
You gift them over.
As she's walking out of the room, she's like, "What the frack?"
So yeah, we'll contact the client.
All right, you
Or
call
our
the
ca- we'll
client
call-
up.
Should we call our captain first?
Probably.
We probably should.
Yeah.
Follow protocols. We'll call the captain
All
first.
right, call up Captain Harold Crow. He's just like, "You boys are in the." Sorry, he's German. Yeah, you boys are in the ready room.
Yes, sir. We are.
Wait there. I'll be there in less than 2 minutes.
Yes, sir.
All right, so he busts open the door with his, black uniform.
Like a
Giant-
jackbooted stormtrooper.
Yeah. That was good work. With the situation you were in, you couldn't have done it better. You saved lives there, as much as could. And more importantly, you brought us a very nice vehicle. That harasser's probably better than all of our other vehicles combined.
Well, so we should have been able to bring you a commando as well if it wasn't for that major.
I'm afraid that my skills in negotiating are what caused us to be placed in this situation as much as your disobedience on the battlefield. But we had to accept any contracts we could get at any cost. While I'm
Understood, sir.
loath to see the commando go, I'm quite alright with picking up the harasser. And don't worry about this media thing. I'm sure it'll blow over.
Well, so we're mercenaries. If we end up getting too bad of a reputation, we could always kick off for another planet, you know?
Well, if your reputation is in question, we have your gun cam footage. I'm going to be releasing it to the media with... We don't have a public relations officer, so I'll have to do it myself. I'll also be going on local talk radio and local news.
I wouldn't mind assisting you in that if you needed, sir.
I think you need a
Although
well-deserved
I don't
break,
think-
Lieutenant.
I
Seems
don't
you've
think
learned
they
your
would like-
lesson.
I don't think they would appreciate hearing too much from me being a filthy Lyran and all that.
Yes, I am a bit concerned. Tell me more about this mysterious infiltration on the battlefield.
Well, sir, we had an explosion detonate midpoint between our mechs out of nowhere. It turns out there was a Loki agent, or what we later identified to be a potential Loki agent, in the water moving away at high speed.
See.
We attempted to fire upon them after their features were determined via gun cam footage. Unfortunately, they were far too quick for our weaponry and managed to escape.
I fear that we are being used in some sort of game.
Such is the way of the life of the mercenary, sir.
Well, I'll have to think on this. I don't suppose any of you know anything about social media.
Would that fall under protocol, Lyran?
No.
Sarge grew up on a farm. He doesn't know
What would that fall under?
I don't
doesn't-
think it
he's-
falls under anything.
He's not on Spacebook.
Are any of you proficient Facebook
Cryptography?
users?
Yeah.
Do any of you microblog?
I think I read an ebook on it.
Blog that you'd be-
He still like hand writes letters to his mama.
Unfortunately, no, sir. And as I said, I doubt they would wish to hear anything from me anyways, given my background.
Well, all of you showed extreme restraint and managed to minimize casualties. You have done me extremely proud, and that's the only thing you should care about. Keep up
It
the
is,
good
sir.
work.
Aside from losing that commando and that major.
Well, I think we're all glad to have lost that major. You know, he was submitting hourly reports to me.
Good God, sir.
It's been 2.5
Rest
days.
assured, sir. I will never do such a thing to you unless it's your birthday.
Yeah.
He gives you an odd look. Before
I just straight face it.
he turns and leaves the room.
Good job, sir. Gives the lieutenant a pat on the back. So do we feel like talking to the client now, or just leave it be?
Suppose we should. Try not to be too aggressive. They profited off of our actions, so
All right, then you should do the
paying
talking
us.
because I'm pissed.
I hand Gray another meat smoothie with extra kick.
VP of Media Relations, Bandito Gray.
So when you guys call up the client, get an almost immediate reply. It's a holocall, so you can see where he's at. He's on the back deck of a yacht. It looks like he's somewhere like outside the city, out in the bay, and he's just like in swim trunks, and
I make sure
Still
we're
got the
recording the conversation.
tiny little glasses. He's just like, "Oh, boys, how's it going? Yeah. I hear you guys did good."
Relatively, sir.
Yeah, the
We
major has
accomplished-
nothing but good things to say about all of you. Nothing to say about your fashion sense, but then who would?
I imagine he's wearing like a gold chain, like
Yeah,
a
of
very
course.
like European bathing suit, like lots of bronzer on, like all over.
Sure, that's exactly what's happening.
Sir,
I'd
did
offer you all refreshments, but you're not on my yacht, so...
Sir, did you see the news reports about us?
Oh, news report. Listen, I'll get the guild's media consultants on it. You let us handle everything, okay?
Yes, sir.
Excellent.
anything-
Sir.
Was there anything you needed in particular for the after mission?
After mission. No. You guys have done good. Good. We're going to keep moving those mechs out. We're going to do it at the lowest cost possible. Yeah. Hey. And you picked up a commando. Those things aren't that easy to maintain. I'm going to get a fortune. Supply prices on that.
Yes. Very good, sir. Well,
That
if
was an
there's
odd
nothing
response.
Well, your buddy picked up that commando. We didn't.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you helped secure the killer, whatever the kids are calling it these days.
else- Indeed, sir. Well, very happy to be able to put a smile on your face for a change.
Yeah, hey, you know what? I probably have the parts you need to repair the harasser you picked up.
Like, thinking in the back of my head, don't we have everything we need for the harasser?
You can repair the armor, but
The hover now.
yeah.
Well, that would be
Well, that would
lovely,
be-
sir.
That would be quite fantastic.
My
I will
people will
put-
talk to your people.
Of course, sir.
Hey,
Enjoy
listen,
your time on the yacht.
I'll have Tracy send you guys a box of sandwiches or something. Your doctor's Japanese, right? We'll send you like a bento box or something.
Very good, sir. Thank you for the consideration.
Yeah. All right. Anything else you want to talk about?
Only what our next mission might be.
Oh, well, you know what? I feel like we'll just take a little break for a while. This Lewis Merchants Association probably not going to need you. With any luck, by the next time we talk, all of your parts will arrive. Oh, I have to tell you though, your blackjack arm will not be arriving for some time, like 90 days or something.
Understood, sir.
Yeah, we'll have the lasers to put back in it, but it turns out that extremely rare arm that you have for the extremely rare Federated Suns version of that Battlemech, not going to happen anytime soon.
As expected, sir. I do appreciate the update, though.
All right. Hey, it's always so nice talking to you guys. You keep it really real.
As do you, sir. Thank you. Enjoy your yacht. And I'll close
Tracy,
it.
bring me a margarita. In the background, you hear Margaritaville start playing as he press the calmly.
It's after the comlinks has light.
Well then, gentlemen, it was extremely costly, but it does appear we have a happy client for a change.
The guy is neutral to me.
Sarge is like, I don't see what the big deal is. This is fine. Everything's fine. He's got like a beer in one hand, and like his whole he has like a goatee of dried blood from his nose that had just like been bleeding, and he'd never bothered to wash it. Like he clearly has a concussion, and he's just like, it's fine. This is great. Everything went fantastic.
I point to him and say, "You, med bay, after this."
Talk to me like that again, cadet, and your face won't look near as pretty as mine does right now. I'll do it because I want, not because you said.
Sarge, how many fingers am I holding up?
I don't know how many. I mean, he can count fingers. He's like 7.
Yeah.
I think you need to go see
as
the
your-
bed base. Sarge is only 3.
Yeah, as your doctor, I'm going to say, get
To be fair, though, he has had like 7 of those. So
There's like empty plastic rings of 6-packs, like all at his feet.
I think he's a functional drunk, though.
it's like, well, gentlemen,
Look, stick an IV on me, I'll be fine. I just need to hydrate.
gentlemen, even though that major took the commando, we did get a perfectly functional, or will be a perfectly functional harasser out of the deal. So we should call this one a win.
Maybe I should have tried to have a stray bullet accidentally kill the maid. No, I'm joking.
In the meantime, I do believe I have to report to the mech bay.
No, that's over. Your punishment duty is over.
Oh, okay.
Good now.
Oh, does that mean I can drink alcohol again?
What?
Yeah, he's like,
give him
No.
a month
No.
on. Give him a whole
Oh,
month
shit. It's
on
not
that.
been a month yet?
No,
LT gets it, it's fine, and he tosses a beer at Lieutenant, but it's like 6 feet off and to the right, so there's like no chance he could possibly fucking catch it.
Just like hand out
It's only been
on
8
the other
days
side of the room.
in this campaign.
Drink up.
Sarge, they need to see the med bay.
Whatever, I'll get to it.
So, interesting news. You jump forward in time to December 1st. All of your mechs are completely repaired, including the SRM on the Wolverine has
Wolverine?
been repaired.
Do I have the arm
So-
back?
Yes.
I
Okay.
get my arm back?
No, your arm doesn't get repaired until 4 months into the camp.
So I can punch and kick now.
Yes. All of your heat sinks are back as well, Bandito.
So not until March.
Okay.
Yep.
So the Wolverine is fully functional now?
Wolverine, all the mechs except for the Blackjack are fully
Blackjack?
functional again.
Nice.
Now we got the game changer of the kick.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I do 11 damage with that. That's pretty great.
I do 7.
So all of you get half of your intelligence rating in XP for a month of training.
What does that mean?
What do you have in intelligence?
3, so 1?
Get 1.
Or is it
You get
round
1
up?
XP.
What? Your ability score?
Yes.
So I get 2.
You get 2
I get
XP.
2.
Score, intelligence 5.
Get
Is it
2.
round up or round down? 2.
Round down.
Okay, so I get 2 XP. God dang, dude.
Mad
this
Catter
game
is an
kills me.
amazing name, by the way.
Oh my
Okay.
god. 2 whole XP.
As you are preparing, you get a emergency, like you guys are just kicking around the base doing patrols when all of a sudden you're all called to the briefing room. There's a planetary assault underway. Enemy drop ships and multiple jump ships have appeared at the drop point.
Guys, it's our chance to steal a dropship.
I don't think we can face off with a dropship.
No.
Yeah, no.
So dropships are incoming, or they're disgorging mechs?
There are multiple drop ships disgorging for multiple jump ships that are 7 days out from planetfall. You're being called to the
7
briefing room.
days out. So we don't have to mount up right now.
Yep.
All right. So no need to run.
So you don't run then.
Well, if they're 7 days out,
We're just showing up to the briefing room. Is that what we're
Yes.
doing?
Yep. You're being called for immediate briefing.
All right, just go straight to the briefing room then.
All right.
I have like 2 privates that are just like doing push-ups in front of me for some unknown reason, and I just walk off. I don't tell them to stop. The expectation is they can take 2 push-ups until I return.
You've done this in real life. I can tell.
Yeah, I have. God fucking help them if I found out they were not in the push-up position while I was gone.
As you enter, Sergeant Crimson is there with your mission briefing. She cuts the alarm as all the command staff and Mechwarriors begin gathering. It looks like Staff Sergeant Zane Reiser, who's the head of the vehicle lance, has finally gotten all 4 of his vehicles working, plus the new harasser.
Excellent.
He's covered in grease, and you could tell that he was just working on the harasser. It seems like he's constantly trying to fine-tune that thing. Sergeant Crimson says, "All right, this is what we know so far. They've brought at least 1 full battalion, cut off over 5 jump ships. They're bringing their entire fleet and most of their 1st battalion. It looks like they're going to be setting down in company-sized formations. Their dropships are splitting up to starfish around the planet. Our client is ordering us to move and intercept a reconnaissance dropship. Looks like it's going to be a Leopard."
So our lance is to take on a dropship.
Whatever comes out of it, we're going to be fighting it. We've designated
Very
this
well.
Operation Endo Steel Rain. Do you have any questions?
Well, do we have any other assets available to us for this operation?
You'll be able to call in the vehicle lance for help if you want, but we're hoping to hold them in reserve.
Do we have any idea from the ships who it is?
It's Morrison's extractors again.
Have we been given any specific guidance by the client?
She
I
just
hope it's
shrugs and is
not-
like, "Sir, you know him better than I do."
Don't sass me.
Was Morrison's Distractions what we fought the
Yes,
first
they're the pirates.
time?
Yeah.
So
Oh, I
they're-
hope we
Pirates.
don't
They have-
run into the McDougalls again.
They have 2 regiments of Battlemechs and vehicles. So a battalion for them is roughly like 1/6 of their force. But the fact that they're bringing 5 jump ships is a pretty big deal. If
Right.
they're bringing that many jump ships, they almost certainly intend to steal drop ships.
How many
Alright.
dropships does the planet have?
So the planet militia has 4 dropships, and generally the planet probably has about 40 to 60 for just like passenger transit, cargo
Civilian purposes.
movement, food.
Okay. And a
Okay.
dropship is something that just goes from orbital.
It goes from a jump ship to the planet and back.
Okay, and jump ship is just put it in Star Wars terms for me. A jump ship is like a capital ship. It does not have atmosphere.
Not really. More
Not
like
quite.
a large cargo freighter.
A jump ship all it can do is move between star
It's like a
systems. It technically doesn't go
frigate.
anywhere near a planet.
So yeah, it's like a frigate-sized vessel or like
Much
it
smaller
can-
than a frigate.
a
Way
blockade
can-
runner.
So a
Depending on the
Corvette.
size of the jump ship,
Corvette.
they can have between 4 and like 20 drop ships docked.
Right, but in terms of staff, they might have 10 or 20 people inside them.
Yeah.
They're
Okay.
typically just really long, thin cylinders that
Okay.
store jump drives.
Like a blockade runner, basically.
Much smaller than a blockade runner.
Wow, really? Okay.
Yeah, really
Yeah.
small.
How do you fit that many drop ships on it then?
They just attach to the side of it.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
just
So
docking
they just hook
colors.
on.
All right.
Okay.
Gotcha.
And jump ships are
I'm
also
tracking.
the epitome of lost tech. Destroying one is you don't do it
Okay.
ever.
They're irreplaceable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drop ships, not so much. But jump.
Yeah,
jump
even in full war between the great houses, they don't target drop ships or jump ships.
How many mechs are expected to?
They're
Oh,
sending a Leopard again.
Yeah. What's
so
the
it's good-
capabilities of a leopard?
A Leopard is capable of holding 4 mechs and 2 aerospace fighters.
Okay.
So roughly equivalent forces, but we'll probably be slightly outgunned because I just had to maintain a rare mech. At least rare for these parts.
I don't know about
Lucky
that, sir.
me.
We're hoping that it's going to be a small one.
Is it going to be a scouting?
Well, Sergeant, as
ship,
you know,
most likely.
wish in one hand and defecate in the other and see which one fills up first.
All right. I also, I'm sorry to interrupt a combat briefing with this, but Staff Sergeant McGurk, apparently I have a notice here from the executive officer that your paperwork continues to not be up to spec, sir.
Has she read those books that I told her to read?
Yes.
All right.
Sir, apparently she knows that you're not the one filling out the reports.
Oh boy.
Are you just staring at her?
Yeah. Yeah.
So she pulls out a lighter and just starts nervously flicking at her comm console, trying to avoid eye contact.
I
with
can't
you.
tell if you're explaining this to me like it's my problem or you're admitting to me that the problem that you have a problem.
Sarge, I
like-
think it's
I
your
feel like you have
problem
a
now.
problem.
Sergeant,
Well,
I have no
It
response
rolls
to that.
downhill there, Sergeant.
Oh, that's it. You're right. You're indeed right. I'm just saying.
Yes, Sergeant.
If you can't get right, I'll make sure you get right.
Sergeant, I will attempt to copy your handwriting style and unique method of accounting as much as possible.
This is going to be
Do I
so
know-
badly.
There's got to be something that I definitely she gets some kind of boon for doing this for taking this responsibility over for me. Like maybe she's playing with a lighter. Maybe she like smokes cigars or something. Or I don't know.
Oh,
like
yes.
yeah, Sergeant.
Loves fire.
Sergeant. The first sergeant makes sure she gets that little perk.
Do you
For
put a
as
cigar
long-
on her desk right there while she's flicking her lighter and worrying about all this?
No, if anything, I take the lighter away from
Oh
her.
my gosh! No, Sergeant.
I'm like, if you want to keep living the good life, there, Sergeant.
She gets up and
better get
grabs
your
you
shit
by your
together.
lapels and starts shaking. She's like, "Sir, I need that lighter back.
I give it back to her.
It's my father's lighter."
I give it back to her, but then I tell her, I was like, "Fucking fix this shit,
All right, she's
or
like
you will
physically shaking while holding the lighter now.
not enjoy the same life of privilege that you enjoy right now
Of course, Sergeant.
if you cannot fulfill this responsibility. I'll find somebody else to do it, but you know what? That little perk's gonna disappear if I have to find somebody else to do this.
Can I be excused, sir?
I should fucking hope so."
All right. You sent the intelligence briefing officer out of the war room. The whole
make a
rest of the
mental
command
note to
staff have
give
been
her-
watching this. The first lieutenant is just like, Staff Sergeant McGurk, that was the most unprofessional thing you have done so far.
Sir, soldiers need to understand the process of delegation of authority.
If I
and the
would like to hear
responsibility
from
in
you,
which it
Staff
takes.
Sergeant McGurk, I will ask you for your opinion. This gives you the icy stare.
This is the same one. This is the XO, right?
Yes.
Okay. She's there the whole time. That's perfect.
Oh, shit.
Indeed.
I'm just looking at her with like just trying not to
Staff
laugh.
Sergeant,
I
we
just
have
sit
7
down
days
and
until those drop
sit
ships
down.
arrive. I'm going to expect physical proficiency tests from you every day until that happens.
he just sits down. He's not worried about that. He don't care about that.
You'll begin immediately, Staff
He sits
Sergeant.
down and opens another beer.
I give that one girl a cigar.
She left. She's
leaves.
out of
She
here.
left.
Get
She's
out.
out.
I was
Take it
going to
out, man.
attempt to sneak it to her.
All right, you
can
gonna
do that later.
pass it
That's
to
fine.
her? She's going out.
Don't
Yeah.
let me find out about it.
She immediately lights it on her way out the door. Starts puffing on it.
I do a double take, and then I look straight at Bandido.
Give him the eyes again.
I give him a wicked grin, and then toast my beer at him. Like, yeah, you're gonna pay for that.
I don't care.
All right, your executive officer moves directly in front of you and is like, "Staff Sergeant, I need you to get up out that chair, put the beer down, and get
He's-
running."
He very slowly stands up and turns around and puts the like half drink beer in his chair, and then turns around again and then stands and then slowly brings his heels together to stand at attention and straightens up his posture and does a little and then walks out of the room.
Captain Crow's just in the back, and he's just
Christ.
like, "I feel like I have made several errors in hiring recently. First Lieutenant, I assume you can sort your lance out."
I feel like he's a pain in the ass, but his performance, like aside from the paperwork, like the soldiers are all like tip top, right? His soldiering skill is really high, so he's actually really fucking good at his job,
Yes,
with the exception
we're
of
aware.
filling out paperwork. But he is a pain in the ass. to do it.
Captain, I am aware that he is an extreme pain in the backside. However, he does do an extremely credible job, and he is an asset to the unit.
First Lieutenant, I'm not surprised to hear that Mechwarriors are quirky but effective.
He absolutely has no love for any commissioned officer that he has not seen, that he has not served in combat with. And I don't think
tiny
he
little
has,
exception there.
yeah, he has no compunctions about letting anyone know that whatsoever.
This is quite all right. I'll make certain that he doesn't get out of hand. But given his performance and our history together, I feel he does warrant a bit of leeway.
All right, stand down from condition 1. Set the base on alert. We have 7 days to prepare. As he does, the main holo screen shifts from being like a sand table view of the incoming dropships to, in the background, one of the soldiers that's on duty is like watching a news report, and we zoom in on it. It's James Jives from Donegal Broadcasting Corporation again, and he's like, "I'm James Jives, and this is the news on the hour. This report is brought to you by Comstar. Comstar, delivering the news everywhere in the universe." This report was broadcasted on November 27th. It looks like on Sluis, we've got local reports of rioting going on after Union President Jonathan Joestar was killed by local mercenaries. An investigation has been launched by both military and civilian police. And then it's like showing the broadcast footage of the president being like knocked back and dropping to the ground, and then like mysterious gun cam footage captures an operative. Some say they're Loki, others say it's a humpback whale. We'll have more. We'll have more for this as the situation unfolds. And now a trailer for Immortal Warrior 27, and then it shifts to like a mech warrior with a giant like fucking bazooka rifle that's clearly a man-pack PPC, and then there's a voiceover that's like, "The Immortal Warrior. You've seen him fight 26 other times across 15 seasons. But now he'll be facing the greatest rival yet. In season 16, he met Snorri Flordsson, the Free Rasselhag Republic warrior with the veins of ice. He's a berserker from the Northlands, who's as cold as the glaciers he comes from. Snorri has fought as both friend and foe against the Immortal Warrior, but now they'll be fighting back-to-back against a mysterious foe from beyond the periphery. Watch as things heat up and then cool down with Immortal Warrior 27, when flame meets ice. Who is friend? Who is foe? And who will win? Immortal Warrior versus Flurry."
That one soldier that's watching it is running in place, and as you watch it, you see the first sergeant running, but he also has every enlisted motherfucker in the place running with him, in formation, like singing jodies.
At least these soldiers will all check out.
Even the ones that are on like duty are running in, like guys like in the chow line, like holding their trays, are like jogging in place, getting their food.
You're a sadistic motherfucker. All right. I'm gonna die from running this game. Let's look at experience points for tonight. I feel like all of you get that achievement bonus for doing some cool shit. So let's see here. Your mission was a outstanding success. And you completed another mission. You're gonna start with 9. Most of you had character development to some extent. I feel like I'm gonna say all of you did, so that's another 4. 13. Another 2 for role playing is 15. Stayed in character even though it was unwise. I think all of you are gonna get it, and then I'm just gonna give another one to McGurk. So everyone's got 14. He's got 15. All of you get achievement in entertainment. So you all get 17, and McGurk gets 18.
Jesus Christ! So I have 19 unspent XP. Good God! It's gonna take like 5 more episodes if I want to increase my, or 8 more episodes if I want to increase my body to 2.
What was that?
Oh, I'm sorry. You know what? I
by
forgot. You guys
intelligence.
advanced the campaign, so you get another 5 points.
Oh, sweet! So I have
Okay.
24.
When you complete a campaign, you'll get 20 XP just for that. And there's only 2 more operations left. So it's Endo Steel and then the next one, and that will wrap up the first arc. I will wrap up the Sleuth arc.
So, what was that thing before the break about XP based on your
That's
intelligence
practice time per month.
per month?
You get half
Okay.
your int score.
And you
So
round
if you have a
up
5, you get 2.
to okay.
I just love the idea of a whole base full of infantry just running around because you're an asshole.
If I'm running, you're all running.
Well, thanks for joining us tonight, guys. We're gonna wind down here and do some outros. If my players here have any feedback, now's a great time to hear it.
I feel like I leave
say,
off with my character standing there staring at the giant hole where his torso and arm are supposed to be, going, this is going to be interesting.
how did you guys feel about the out of mech stuff?
I liked it.
It was good.
Oh, yeah.
Good, yeah.
I liked it.
It's definitely obvious that some of us have things we're good at, and then everything else is just terrible.
Some of us are bandito.
Yeah, man, dude, this game is brutal. It makes you really have to pick and choose like the two or three things you are good at. And really, you're not that good at them. You're like mediocrely good at them, and then everything else you suck balls at, like hard.
Case in point, me trying to perform surgery.
I've been given so like I am pumping all of the XP I'm gaining into dexterity, and I'm now 30 points away from just getting it to 400 and breaking even on dexterity. Like, I don't know what the most cost-effective thing to do is. Was the XP? Like, this is definitely it's a hang-up point for me because I like seeing a lot of growth. You know, I'm very like growth hungry in a character. So like having to be so patient has been very hard, and I just don't know enough about this game to know if putting XP in attributes is better or putting it in skills is better, or
I would check the BG Battletech forum. Ask them.
I need to learn some
like
min-maxing in this here because
I feel like you want to focus on the skills first because those up the quickest.
True.
Yeah, I mean, once you get to a certain point, I think like once you get to around the
Because to get like rank 6 is like 240.
yeah, like once you get to a rank 4, that's probably about as high as you go, and then I would concentrate more on stats because the stats improve multiple skills.
Yeah, see, that's the thing is I've got to get my dexterity up to where it's not a negative anymore. And as soon as I'm breaking even with dexterity, then so I feel like one or two more sessions probably, and I will break even in almost every single one of my stats with the exception of 2 of them, and then I will start probably pumping skills. I guess one of us is going to have to become a charismatic person. I don't know who it's going to be, but it's got to be somebody.
I
It's going to
mean,
be lieutenant.
I mean, I have a charisma. I have 3 points in charisma right now.
So you're the
Not
closest.
that great. I'm probably the closest.
Yeah, my charisma's only a 2.
I'm a 1.
Yeah, I'm one in charisma as well.
And I have
You know,
a
Pondo, people were trying to rate you. They said you were a 4. Right? Was that was a thing?
I have no idea.
That happened on an Overwatch stream. I'm pretty sure someone said you were a 4 or something.
Oh, well.
in real life. What are you talking
Yeah.
about?
Yeah, I don't know. Some guy just came into the voice chat and was just rating my players, how attractive they were. I
Oh,
was like, what
Weird.
shit is happening?
4 out of what? It's
10
like
out of 10.
four out of
Oh.
Wow,
four.
that's insulting.
Yeah, I was like, listen, man,
Very
you have to
nice.
start at 6. Like, that's the bare minimum.
Cock.
it's like
Common courtesy dictates.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta rate people like IGN rates video games.
Yeah,
I mean, if it will start, then it's a 7.
Everyone's a,
the game
everyone's a
isn't worth
7, 8,
playing
9.
until it's got at least a 9.5, right? So
it's like
that's like the bare minimum for a AAA video game.
No such thing as a 10. No such thing as a 6 or less.
I mean,
I mean, it
obviously
has to
there's
be
a
just
10. Mass
truly
Effect
hot
2.
garbage.
I think they're just jealous of the hat.
Yeah, I'm jealous of the hat. You missed on Tuesday when I was wearing my polar bear ears.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
I had to rip them off when people were getting creepy at it.
Yeah.
Oh, EQ's asking who else did they
I don't
raid?
remember who else they rated, but they tried to ship me and Lexi together, and I was like, listen, only ship fictional characters, not real people.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Just being a creeper.
They
Yeah, don't
asked
make
if
it
we
weird.
were in a cult courtship ritual. I was like,
What?
that's not a thing that happens, probably. Oh, it was a weird time. You could say it was a time of total warfare. Let's do some outros. I enjoyed the out of mech stuff. People said in chat that they really liked our RP.
Did they? I
Our
haven't been
role
keeping a very close
playing.
eye on chat, but
A lot of people
Especially
are
Red.
like trying to push me as the public relations person.
I
That's
know.
just a terrible
I
idea.
have to stop laughing while we're talking. I'm playing like every time I'm playing Crystal Off, I'm trying to be a very serious character. And Rad is just fucking like zig 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 zig, and I'm like, God damn it.
Yeah, I think Rad has a little bit too much practice at that.
This is a little too close to home for him.
yeah, anytime you're gonna play a military campaign, I feel like I'm good. I'm in my element.
The other thing I was worried about tonight was I knew going into tonight's mission that there was a very low chance you'd be able to stop what was happening. In fact, during the GM prep, EQ was like, can they detect it incoming? And I was like, yeah, but they probably won't. Of course you didn't. And, you know, I knew, given the situation, how things were being set up, it was going to go badly and that y'all would be blamed for, like, the killings.
A giant massacre, and
Yeah. And it wasn't as
we got
much of a
really
massacre as it
lucky on
could
our
have been.
hits, though.
Yeah, I mean, if you'd gotten more luckier on criticals, it could have been real bad. You could have killed
Yeah.
a lot of people. But you
Yeah, I
didn't.
think that was it. We just didn't crit as much.
For me, it's still really hard to
One of those
judge.
times where I'm really happy we didn't crit the hell out of
Yeah.
things.
It's really hard to judge, like, what are the, like, what's the gravity of this, like, negative public perception? You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure it's going to become much more clear later.
I mean, I'm sure it'd be the same in real life, right? Like,
Yeah,
you know, what do you do when there's protesters outside your military base? How serious is it?
it's not. They just
Plus,
go
how
away
much will you
quickly.
be able to rely on those people that are protesting you to help you out if you need it?
We have a gate. They can't get in it.
Well, you guys
So
have a
Okay, it's
warehouse
electrified.
inside of the
no dinosaurs
spaceport,
allowed.
so you've also got a gate.
as long as they stay outside of the gate, they don't get shot. So I feel like it's a pretty win-win situation. We don't have to shoot you, and you don't have to get shot.
I do
It's
like
fair.
that. I love
pretty
not
fair.
being shot.
I know, right? I like not shooting people. Oddly enough.
I just picture Sarge just standing there on the other side of the grate, just staring at him with like a big old chew, and then just spits on someone's shoe, and just like what?
I don't know. Public opinion is a resource to be spent like anything else. So you have to.
It's pretty telling that your unit doesn't have a social media person or like a media relations.
That's problematic.
Also doesn't have a legal officer.
The fact they don't have an where's the S1? Where's the administration? There should be a whole section.
You have an
of administration.
administrative. You do have an administrative officer. But I mean, your unit just doesn't have spare personnel.
When we take this joint over, we're gonna have to make some personnel changes here.
You have the following branches: operations and training, adjutant, intelligence operations, logistics, and communication.
Can I use my? No, that doesn't make any sense. I was gonna say, can I train somebody? Like, can I use my soldier skill to like train somebody
You want to turn someone into an
admin? Like,
I'd
just
help.
as like a secondary MOS. You know what I mean? Like, not as their primary. It's the secondary. Like, can I work towards that? But I don't know if that really makes
I got it.
sense because Sarge isn't good at it either. So
S1 is personnel, right? That falls under adjutant. You have an adjutant, but what they do is make sure everybody has a place to sleep. You know, like food. I don't know that you met them yet, Sergeant Blake Howe. But yeah, if you want to start training him to do personal like media, talk about it.
yeah, I
I
want
could
to
help that if we could use career
Yeah.
soldier.
I wanna
got
start
like 3.
tasking people out because I definitely being that we have such
Oh,
glaring
shit.
weaknesses.
He's actually okay. So here is his bio: a young corporate paralegal. So he's actually already almost a lawyer. Kind of.
Sounds like somebody needs to finish.
He signed
school.
on with the mercenary unit in order to pay his legal schools. All right. Handle
Yeah.
staff complaint and assignments. Yeah, if you want to start training this guy, you want to be like, all right, 100 push-ups, then read the goddamn book of law.
No, you just put the book. You just put the book on the ground in front of them and have them do
Yeah.
push-ups over it.
Sir,
Exactly.
my sweat is blurring the page. I can't tell whether this says bystander or Byzantine.
Then stop sweating.
Stop sweating, you piece of shit. You ain't even hit triple digits yet. Shouldn't be a goddamn drop of sweat on that book. You sweat on my book again? Ooh.
Man, I'm glad that you don't go to my gym. Boy, that'd be fun. Go sweat until triple digits. I'd be like 5 in and be like, oh shit. Pouring off my face.
But yeah, I want to start double tasking some of my enlisted soldiers to start picking up the slack on some of these tasks. So I
feel
will
like
go
you should
in.
really work on your administration skill.
I'll do,
man.
yeah,
feel
I don't know,
like-
I'll go in
I
and
feel
talk
like-
to, what is it, Crimson, whatever her name is, right?
Yeah, Sergeant Gwendolyn Crimson.
Yeah, I'll go in there and have a counseling session with her. Well, I'll go over sustains and improves. I'll tell her. I'll make it very diplomatic, right? Like I'll tell her some things she's doing good. Tell her.
I
Things,
also think that identifying these people for training would be part of the first lieutenant's duties as well.
They're not.
At least
so they're not under your
reviewing the
command.
personnel. Oh, well, never mind. Fucking that.
they're not what?
They're not under
Yet.
your specific command. He's
Oh.
doing it because he's the senior enlisted.
Right.
commission.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's just start
because
giving
reviewing
people-
personnel files
You
is
should be
something I could
reviewing the
do. But,
personnel of the people in your unit.
Is
Right.
there?
well, the people in my unit is just us four, right?
Yeah.
I want to make
Actually,
sure.
I should probably should. I'll
do I
do
have
that
any
in
kind
my
of
off time.
authority to promote people
Probably.
like,
Yeah.
that are underneath me? Okay. So that's the thing, is that's how I sell it to these people, right? I'm like, look, this is a bullet point on your NCOER, your annual evaluation. If you take on extra duties, if you multitask like this, that will reflect positively when you put in your packet for promotion. So this is professional development for you. This is not. Yes, I have a persona, and this is only when I speak to them one-on-one. I'm very reasonable. It's only publicly do I crush
Make
people's
whole
souls, right?
groups of men
Is,
run after you.
And it's only with NCOs. Like I'll pull an NCO into my first sergeant office and I'll talk to him and be like, look, this is professional development. This is what you need to do in order to further your career as a leader in this organization. You got to be able to multitask and handle multiple responsibilities at a time, so on and so forth. And then, whenever time I'm dealing with somebody who's not a sergeant, I treat them like they're garbage, basically. And
Or bandito.
Love it.
He was not a sergeant and bandito.
Yeah. Mostly if somebody that's not a sergeant comes, like I do the what is it? We Were Soldiers, where they're like, "Good morning, first sergeant." Like, how do you know what kind of goddamn morning it is?
What are you,
Just give him whole
Gandalf?
paranoia all the way.
yeah.
It's a
Oh
terrible
my
morning. What are you
God.
talking about? Is there like a way I can help out with the intelligence or something? Like make use of like my perception and then
I mean, I feel like if
protocols
you want to
and-
use your sixth sense to sit by a radio and be like, spider sense tingling, better check
It's like
out
have
now.
slowly
sense
turning a
tingling.
dial.
You're like the radar guy from Hunt for the Red October.
Yeah.
because I've really got nothing
one
else to
screen.
do. Like everybody else is like,
One
Double
thing.
stag
Yeah,
is
you are the only personnel member of your lance that doesn't have double duty.
I'm just like,
All right, write all this down that you guys want to do these things because it's
Okay.
going to be 3 weeks before we play again.
Mm.
Oh God, really? That long?
yeah.
Yeah, we're not playing again
Cool.
until the 21st.
And I don't know. I don't have anything currently on my calendar, but the 21st is sketchy because it's getting close to Christmas too.
I know.
So I can't. I'm saying I'm there,
I
but I'm
know.
also saying who knows what's going to happen in the next 3 weeks.
Get it. And I won't know until I get back on the 15th. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. Write down the things that you guys want to see next time. Bandito, if you want to spend some time in the intelligence office going through reports, thing you can do.
Because I got like a decent career soldier and then the sensor protocol, the sensor thing, and then perception stuff. I'm made for that.
You're like, I'm made to do intelligence work.
It's what
And then
I
it's just
do.
You standing on a Battlemech on top of a building, just doing sensor sweeps and like, all right, sir, move 2 meters to your left and overcharge the next sweep. All right. Okay, we're done.
Good job, guys.
If we have a week before a planetary invasion, is there any chance we can get his autocannon ammo restocked?
Yeah, so you guys have 1 complete load of extra ammo, but Bandito's been blowing through ammo at high speed.
That's ultimately why I went with the crab.
I was going to also see if I could replace the autocannon with a large laser or something.
No.
Nothing.
So, replacing parts on a mech is extremely difficult. Your armorer might be able to do it, but his Aztec crew, like, he physically could do it, but he'd be doing it by himself over the course of weeks.
So it's like
Your
not
mech
enough
would be ultra
time.
shitty. Yeah. Like, you're not going to be able to convince I mean, it might be your mech, but it's assigned to you by the mech company, and there's no way
Right.
they're going to ever do this. Like, what you're doing is called a Franken-mech, and that's a terrible idea.
Would it give like a negative or something if
Yes.
I try to use? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thanks. All right.
Don't worry. Once the clans show up, they have modular mechs where you can just pull whatever you want off the mech and slap new stuff on there.
Omnibays.
Yep. It'll be great. Once you get shot to death by a couple of those, you might finally salvage one, get like half of a mech, and then be like, oh, cool, sweet. We can put a large laser here on this half a mech we have. The only thing we can fit.
That's okay. I got half a mech. I got a
On a
large.
Euler.
Just slap that half on my mech.
You should just
Right.
put another leg where your arm goes, and you could kick an extra time.
Hey, there you
Let's do some outros.
go.
Kick with a punch.
English, how's it going? Where can people find you?
I am Englishmudkip. You can find me on Twitter by Arrow1233. Still trying to get a hand now. I sometimes stream Bit Spotty and When by Englishmudkip, and you can find me on AP's Discord and the Brosade Alliance Discord.
Excellent. Raddosaurus?
I'm Raddosaurus. You can find me on the internet at Raddosaurus on Twitter. I do commissioned artwork. Although right now commissions are basically closed for the next week or two while I finish up all the projects on my plate. And then I have to determine if I'm going to take more projects so I can have more money to buy my children Christmas presents, or if I'm going to change gears and begin to draw things for family members for Christmas gifts. So I am a commissioned artist, but I'm not likely. You can contact me about it, but you'll probably be put on a list until post holidays before I'm able to really kick into high gear and knock out a lot of commission work again. Other than that, you can find me on Arthur's Discord. You can also find me on a 5th edition play-by-post Dungeons and Dragons Discord called Doghouse D&D or something like that. I guess I don't know what it's called. You can message me on Twitter and I'll give you a link if you're really interested. And other than that, you can find me here every week doing this, which I always really enjoy. I had a great time. I loved the combination between the short mech engagement and then also the out of mech stuff tonight. I thought it was really great. And the chat mentioned it, and I totally agree.
Fortunately, most mech engagements are going to be more like
That's
the
very
first one,
long.
Yeah.
or longer.
But I think as long as you can throw in those, like, you got like a combo episode and then like a all mech episode, because I think a lot of the fans of this show are really into the wargaming aspects. They want to see like the big long term like strategy or our lack of strategy as we attempt to do like a mech combat. But no, I really enjoyed tonight. I had a lot of fun. I feel like I don't know. I feel like the pace really benefits from a combination of the two things. And it also having a little bit of the RP before we get into a big mech fight kind of helps. I feel like it helps the drama of the mech fight a little bit more. You know what I mean? So yeah, I had a great time. That's where you can find me. That's who I am. Stay safe. Watch lots of G.I. Joe PSAs if you want to get insight into how I prepare every night to play my character. That's basically it.
Jesus.
That and I am actually in the military, so everything
Really?
I say,
I don't think anyone could tell.
everything I say is 100% true, and you should believe all of it. So that's it. That's
People
it for
were
me.
talking about having PTSD from sergeants.
Or they really? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Just join it's fine. Everything's fine. Just drink water.
We have
You'll
to
be-
know these people, so we feel really sad when they get utterly plastered by superior forces.
Just drink water and walk it off. You'll be fine.
Robotism.
Bandito, you
Right.
walked into tonight's episode nearly dead, and you walked off without having a liquid diet anymore. So you've come a long way.
Yeah. Yeah, the first thing he's doing is checking all the beers he can get. He's
Gotta
clear-
make up for lost time.
Yeah, exactly. I'm Pondo or Pondothemad. I got a Twitch and YouTube, both respectively, whatever, and then /Pondothemad. I have plans for a show coming up in the next couple of weeks.
This is the
It'll be on
first I've heard.
Tuesdays. Huh?
Tuesdays? What time?
It'll be at 8.
My God.
8 Eastern.
8 Eastern.
Love to say I'd watch that, but I'm probably gonna have to catch it on YouTube.
You'll probably be doing your restart.
That's why I'm gonna have to watch it on YouTube.
It's going to be it's using 5e, but it's using a little bit different module. It's more modern day type of thing.
Interesting.
I don't know if we're going to go in like a mixture of fantasy and technology like Shadowrun, but it's going to have the episode 0 in a couple of weeks.
Okay.
Exciting.
Sid, you got thousands of things going on. Tell us about some of them.
Oh, thousands of things. Well, I have a video I already have recorded that I need to finish editing and get out tonight, so that'll probably go up in a couple of hours. I'm going to be on the Gnomecast podcast with Tarmac this Saturday at 10 a.m. Pacific. That's 1 in the afternoon Eastern. Instead of my normal stream time, I'll probably stream for a couple hours after that because I believe it's a 2-hour podcast. So that should be interesting. And then Saturday night, we have Winter's Edge 2 right here at the Grand Company, where we're going to do more things. I actually can't remember that off the top of my head what we have going on. I believe we're going to be...
You're heading back to town
Kingdom
after,
turning.
Yeah.
We're
You
going
just
to
got
look
done...
into getting armies.
Oh yeah, you guys need to hire some mercenaries so you don't get wrecked.
We need some troops, so we'll be Winter's edging it up Saturday night right here at 5 Pacific, 8 Eastern, and then Sunday morning I have my normal standard scheduled stream at 10 a.m. again. And then if I keep things up, that should actually fulfill all the check marks for me to become an affiliate here on Twitch.
My God.
So that means people can actually give me bits and things like that, which actually a lot of people have been asking for it.
I'm kind of surprised you aren't already one.
You have to do these 7 streams in 30 days. That's the only requirement I haven't met yet.
That shouldn't be too hard.
No, I just have 2 more will do it. So yeah, right here on Twitch, Sid_Alpha, because some bastard stole my name. And I also have the youtube.com/SidAlpha, the Twitter, Facebook, Reddit, all the different things in the world. And yeah, I'm still communicating with the guys over at Hyper RPG, so I might still be on an episode of DFA. That's possibly a thing. I've been talking to Matt Shimkus about that. And yeah, I actually don't think I have anything else going on besides that.
All right.
So just normal stuff, mostly.
Tomorrow night, Friday night, I will be doing a setup episode, GM prep for Operation Endosteel Rain. Watch the last GM prep, episode 3. You know, Endosteel Rain has something that is going to be happening immediately after. It's a 2-part operation, and it's going to be fucking crazy. So if you want to see that get set up, drop in. I'm going to be gone for 2 weeks. It means we won't have a show for 3 weeks. But there are more episodes of Battletech that you might not have seen on my YouTube channel. Go into Battletech and go check the playlist. You might find some of the one-shots that we did together before the show started. Check it out.
I was gonna say you could go back and watch and find out the legend of the often referenced Liberace glitter balls, but that was not
that
a
wasn't
recorded
recorded.
show.
That was
That
off
wasn't
recorded.
So you'll
Thank
just
God
never-
that it was.
You'll just never
Oh,
know.
It was so beautiful too.
Wasn't that beautiful? Mostly a giant pain in the ass.
I thought it
Every
was.
single
beautiful
time
to
you guys
everyone
are like,
around.
holy shit, can I DFA? I've got a full complement of weapons, and that they're at the perfect range. They haven't moved.
And I
want
just
to DFA
want to
them.
jump them.
Just want to jump on them and smash them.
Makes perfect sense to me.
Hey, now that we've learned that we can fire our weapons and kick.
Well, now I can fire, punch, and
a whole
kick.
new world.
Oh boy. All right. Other than that, I've got a YouTube. I do a lot of stuff on it. I'm gonna be gone, so go watch stuff on it, etc. Have a good night.